Okay, so this is a continuation of the textbook training. What I'm going to show you how to do is to take any kind of test that you have on Examview and upload it to your your Holt server so that you can actually give it to students online rather than having to make copies. All right, so the first thing you do is you're going to go up to File. Okay, so once you're at File, you're going to tell it to Publish To. File, Publish To, and you're going to pull down to Holt Testing Server. Right here is where you use your name, teacher name and password that you have used before. And it takes a minute for the test to upload. This particular test is a very long test, and then it says publishing. Now, an interesting thing about the Holt testing server is that oftentimes it gives you a message that says you did not successfully do that, when in fact you did. So if you get a you didn't do it right message, which I fully expect to get here in a second, don't worry, okay? It probably, in all likelihood, did upload one of their settings. They need to have a, a congratulations message put in there also. But you can see that the status of this is it's publishing. Yours is going to do this too. Again, I chose a coordinate algebra EOCT mock test, and so it's a little bit bigger than a normal test that you would give, and so it's probably going to take just a little bit longer than it normally would take. But here we go, and it just takes a minute. Like I said, I fully expect a declined or something like that notice. If it was the wrong password, it doesn't go this far. Okay, it stops much earlier than this if you accidentally typed your password wrong or if you forgot your password. This means that I got the password right, it knows who I am, and it's just taking some time. This is the negative message that you get. Unable to send the HTTP request to the internet server. Don't worry about it. Just hit OK, and once you're done, just hit cancel. Okay? Now, I'm going to put this on pause for just a second and go open up the Holt server. Okay, so here I am. I am back on the Holt server where I was before looking at my roster. Okay. You're going to go down here. That was an assignment that I uploaded, and so you're going to upload assignments. Okay, or sorry, click on assignments. Okay, and you're going to go to the tab that says assignments. Now, when you first upload, okay, it doesn't know what you uploaded. It has no idea, and so you have to go find it. And the first thing that is uploaded, it's always going to be unassociated uploaded tests. Okay, and so let me tell you, if you tell it to go to unassociated uploaded tests and you don't hit submit, you're just going to sit there. You've got to hit submit or it won't go. Okay. Come on. Oh, hold on. Was that the issue? Hold on. What about that? Okay. Looking at this, and it took me a little bit to kind of play with it. You have to have my issue. You have to have a class selected. You have to have a textbook selected. The category is always going to be, at first, unassociated upload tests, and you have to submit the grade also. Okay. And you're asking it to view all assignable content. It will not let you assign content until you associate this content with a book. And so I'm going to just pick one. And it really doesn't matter. If it's your own test and you made it, then it's yours. And you could do both or one. Okay, so I selected this and hit submit. Okay, so now it's associated. Once it's associated, it's no longer unassociated. Makes sense. It's now a teacher created assignment. So you just pull down the teacher created assignment and click submit, and now it will let you assign. Okay, so you can assign it to all students in this class or some of the students in this class. You have a lot of choices here about when You can set the hours so that they could maybe take it at home or only during your class period. Um, you can tell them that they can take it twice, once, twice, whatever. How many times should they be able to score it? Basically, this is self-explanatory, and you just kind of have to play with it. Um, but this is how you do these things. Just read carefully and play with it. All right, now it's assigned, okay? Once it's assigned, the students are now ready to go ahead and take this test. Okay, so let me just show you from the student end what it looks like to take the test. First of all, I need to kind of pretend I'm a student. Anytime you're in somewhere in the Houghton Mifflin or Houghton Mifflin site, um, you can click this right here, Holt McDougall Online, and it'll take you back to where you started. Sometimes it's called home, but it's right there always. I want to view the class roster, and so looking here, I'm going to sign on as L. Weston 56, and her password is H9X8P. By the way, if I wanted to change her password, we showed you that I could. And in fact, I think I'm going to. I'm just going to change it to Weston so that I can remember it. And then hit OK or update so that when I sign on, no, I don't need you to remember. Okay. So now Lakeitha Weston's password is Weston. All right, I'm going to log out as the teacher, and I'm going to log back in as L. Weston 56, and Weston is her password. Okay. The first time they log on, it always asks them this question. They just have to say that yes, they accept the terms of use and the privacy policy. It shows, since I assigned these two books to every person in the course, there it is, okay? When students log on, online textbook, this is where they would go if they have assignments, okay? And you can explore with them on that. View assignments, this is where if you've assigned anybody something, it's going to be found here. Now, I'm going to click it, and the reason, all right, here it is. See, there it is, coordinate algebra, okay? Teacher created, always available. Okay, I'm going to begin. Now, as the student, I have begun this. This, by the way, is a test that I made last year before we even had Holt. So it'll work with all of your old tests. And you can see, here are the test questions. All right, so as the student, you'll go down through, and I'm just sort of going to randomly answer a bunch of questions here. Answers are all C, right? So here we go. And so the student will answer the questions, and let me show you. The student also needs to be aware that when they get to the bottom of this, it says go to section. If there's a second section, they're really not prompted to go there. They need to click it, and then it will take them to the second part of the section as well. So it's important that they know that if they see more than one page, they need to click on the next page to go there, okay? So then once they're finished, the way that they tell the computer program that is score my test. It prompts them always, or gives them a warning message. Once it's scored, the window will close, and if you've set it where they only get one chance, this is it, but they hit OK. It also will tell them if they haven't finished all of the items. So you can see that I haven't finished 56 out of the 62 items. It says if you want to score it, they will, but you might want to go fix those. I just hit OK because I'm just showing you this. So it takes it a minute. This is the process when it's processing the test, uploading the results, and the grade. From the moment that the student uploads it, they should be able to see the report, the results. And here's how you do it. They're going to go back home. They're going to go back to the assignments. I take that back. They're not going to assignments. They're going to view progress reports. Okay? All right. When they look at this, you'll notice that it won't give you any results. You have to tell it which book the results came from. And I'm just going to do all. Okay, here it is, coordinate algebra. It says that the score is not available. Let me check and see if I took it here. Well, I think the score is not available because it's a 0. You can see it's giving me a little red status bar right there. On my, what was it, 6 questions that I tried to answer, Apparently I didn't get any of them right, and I think that that's what that means. Okay. The reason actually that we didn't see score initially was because we had to log out as Lakeitha and log back in as the teacher, Susan, and we had to tell it what the well, there's a little button, a little radio button that you push that says allow student to see scores. It defaults to no. And so if you want the students to be able to see their scores immediately, then you will hit yes and then go back. So we retook it, and you can see that in the most recent score, there was a 66. And this one is the least recent, which is a 3%. So you can see that this is how the kids will see their assignments and what their grade was. Our advice on this was it would be a great idea to use this so that students can study as a study guide so that they have an idea about where they stand before a test, or as a kind of a something that they have to do and make a particular score on before they retake even. If your students are retaking a test, obviously you don't want to waste your time or theirs by retaking a test that they still don't understand the content. So I could see something like this being a gateway for that. Um, and it would also give them practice doing some online assessments, which of course is going to end up being a requirement for all students before it's over. So this is what you would do as a student to be able to take a test, and then if the teacher has set it in a way that you can see your results, that's what you would do also. Okay, last part of this. I'm going to log out as the student, log out, and I'm going to log back in as the teacher and show you how you can look at your scores. Okay, so if you go back in, spell it right, and there's no dot. Okay, as you go back in as the teacher, you can go to assignments, and it takes you to the assignments page. What you want is a report, and you select a class, and you select a book. It always makes you select a book. When you have AC and 2 books are assigned, you'll want to make sure you keep track of which book you put the assignment in, because it does make you determine which book the assignment comes from and goes to. So do keep track of that. This is a test or a quiz right here, and so I'm going to click that. The date, I want all dates and tests and quizzes. Let's see, all dates and all assignments. Let's see, there it is. I guess it wasn't categorized as a test or quiz. Okay, to do that, I hit submit, and it gives me the progress report, so you can see that Eric Payne hasn't taken it yet, Cassie Rape hasn't taken it yet, Lakeitha did take it, she made a big old 3, and Lionel hasn't taken it yet. Notice up at the top right, you can print that, you can save it as a PDF, or my favorite, you can export it. CSV is comma separated value. It looks exactly like, and is opened with Microsoft Excel, and so you can kind of manipulate some of the numbers, alphabetize things, and so on, rank them if you want, if it's in that particular format. So that's my favorite, is to export to an Excel spreadsheet. So let's go back. I'm going to go ahead and end this video and start a new one that summarizes everything that you will have learned, and we'll kind of clean up any loose ends in that video also. So